Alright everybody, we are back here with Daily Shoot, so let's get it started. Today we have Scott Hall lobbying for Paige's mother at TLC. Now if you don't know who Scott Hall is, where have you been this last 30 years in pro wrestling, WWF, WWE? You should know who he is. Scott Hall, Razor Ramon, part of NWO. And he sent out a tweet earlier stating that, to Triple H, that if Ric Flair is going to be in Charlotte's corner at TLC in a match against Paige for the Divas Championship, then he should bring in Paige's mom, Saraya Knight. If you don't know who Saraya Knight is, understandable. She is, of course, like I said, Paige's mother. She is also a professional wrestler in England, and she's a promoter as well because she does own her own wrestling company, because Paige comes from this very heavy wrestling family, and that's why you've always heard the reports that Paige has been wrestling since she was like 13 or something around that age. It's because she grew up around it. Makes sense, and that would be really awesome actually, because Paige needs someone in her corner. Over in Charlotte's corner, like I said, you got Ric Flair, you got the man. He does some promos, hypes it up, everybody knows who Ric Flair is, and if you're in the business, you know who Saraya Knight is, and it would also add this more personal feel that they've been building up between this feud between Paige and Charlotte, where Paige even mentioned Charlotte's brother who passed away recently. So overall it'd be interesting. Plus you could see a little thing between Flair and Knight, and maybe they in an altercation during the match or something along the lines. I think it would just be interesting to see. Next up we have Jim Ross says WWE needs more enhancement matches. Now if you don't know what an enhancement match is, essentially it's a squash match where you will have one wrestler completely dominate the match and they'll win. There's no way they'll dominate and then at the very end the other wrestler gets a win. It's essentially to build up a superstar, to build up whatever they are. If they've been losing, or if they're not getting over well with the fans, or they're just not doing anything with the fans, this is to help them put their credibility up. And honestly, I would agree, there are a couple of superstars that need squash matches, enhancement matches, to build their credibility up again. Someone like a Bo Dallas, like Wade Barrett, or even Rusev. There are so many other superstars that need these type of matches to help, like I said, build credibility once up again. I mean, remember Rusev? He was undefeated in the WWE for such a long time, and then that went out the window when he faced John Cena. So there's a lot of these superstars that do need it. I think, like Jim Ross says, it wouldn't hurt WWE to just do once in a while, because you're on for 3 hours every week, and you need to help these superstars that are just falling down with the fans, or falling down in general because they're not shown so many times. Next up, Brock Lesnar added to more WWE dates. It is now said that Brock Lesnar will be appearing at the WWE Raw taping on February 8th from Seattle, Washington, and will also be at the WWE live event on February 6th at the SAP Center in San Jose, California. Should be noted that Lesnar will be in action at the WWE live event at the Forum in Inglewood on December 19th, as well as a live event at the Toyota Center in Houston, Texas on January 8th. So it seems like they're bringing back Lesnar slowly, because they're going to bring him out sooner than later for the WrestleMania season, because you're going to use him at WrestleMania 32. You don't sign Lesnar for 3 years after 2015 and not use him for WrestleMania. They need him to help put butts in those seats at the AT&T Stadium. And lastly, Sting says he will need neck surgery. On a recent Ric Flair podcast, Sting appeared on it to state that he will need neck surgery due to the injuries from his Night of Champions match against Seth Rollins. Now, this is interesting because none of us thought that Sting would be out pretty long. Like, we knew he got injured and he was going to be out for at least the rest of the year, but I guess nobody foresaw the extent of the injury, how long he was going to be gone. He might even be gone until Rollins comes back. You really never know, and that's sad because we've only seen Sting do 2 matches, one at WrestleMania, one at Night of Champions. We all just really want to see the icon Sting